Most people recognize marijuana in the flower form, but marijuana concentrates are gaining popularity among medicinal users for their fast-acting and potent quality. Dried marijuana flowers typically contain 10 to 25% THC, while marijuana concentrates can have up to 80% THC. To make a concentrate, marijuana goes through an extraction process, where a solvent breaks down the plant matter, leaving behind a typically waxy or crumbly goo. But the concentration process concentrates everything: the THC and other cannabinoids you want, and the chemicals you don't. The Oregonian Oregon Live tested 10 concentrates, and only 2 came up clean. The other 8 tested positive for pesticides. 3 failed to meet Oregon's standard for residual pesticides and shouldn't have been sold on dispensary shelves. One of them was marketed as organic, yet had contained a chemical found in flea and tick products. Another concentrate contained a common ingredient in household ant and cockroach killers. It was detected at 21 times what the state allows. The most contaminated tested positive for 7 chemical compounds, only one of which is covered by Oregon's medical marijuana testing rules. Here's the kicker. Oregon does require pesticide testing of marijuana, but if that test happens on the flower, contaminated concentrates may go overlooked. And concentrates have been found to be up to 10 times as contaminated as dry flower. What's worse, the state asks that marijuana be tested for compounds in only 4 broad categories. This allows potentially harmful and commonly used pesticides to slip through the cracks, even when levels far exceed what the federal government allows in other things we consume. Marijuana's outlaw status under federal law has complicated pesticide policy in states where the drug is legal. States typically rely on the federal government for guidance on which pesticides to use, on which crops, and how much. But when it comes to weed, states are on their own. Washington and Colorado have come up with their own guidelines for which chemicals are allowed on commercial-grade cannabis crops. And if we compare Washington's acceptable guidelines to the compounds found in the Oregonian's pesticide analysis, all but one product would have been allowed. Oregon's medical marijuana patients walk into regulated dispensaries with the state's assurance that all cannabis products are thoroughly screened for pesticides. But patients may walk out vulnerable to chemicals that federal laws wouldn't allow on food.